User joined your channel.
The Roberts Tech Jobs Indy Speedway League is on the air. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals, is proud to sponsor the Indy Speedway League. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third jewel in the RobertsTechJobs.com Triple Crown Challenge. Dover Motor Speedway, the site tonight. Joining me in the booth, Cody Eldred. This broadcast also being brought to you by Hanover Fist Racing, proudly sponsored by the Disabled American Veterans. Disabled American Veterans, an all-volunteer fleet of non-critical medical transport that provides American veterans with the transportation they need to get to and from non-critical doctor's appointments. We'd also like to thank Terry Adams for the new bump music that we've been using. Terry Adams, this league would be half the league that it is without you. David Llewellyn of the DHL Express. Robert Lacavara and Convergent Composites. Mr. Hoot Baker.
All right, we are setting,
Mr. Hoot Baker. And Motorsports Graphic Designs. You got something going through your mind? You want to see it on your race car? Give Tyler Graff a call for all your in-sim graphical needs. Race number 20 of the regular season, the final race in the regular season of Season 2 here in the ISL for the IR05 series. Again, Cody Eldred joining me in the booth tonight as your co-announcer and race control. Cody, thanks for joining me. Would like to point out, Cody currently qualified in the IR05s, decided to give the team the night off, put the equipment, give it a rest, make sure it's fresh for next week at, I believe we are California?
Next week is week 13, so I think we're taking the whole week off.
We are taking the week off. You are correct, sir. Thank you for pointing that out to me. So, qualified as of right this second. In on wings, Mr. Cody Eldred himself, Quentin Young, Joe Morganti, Jay Anderson, and Isaiah Dupree, as well as Tyler Graff and Mike Whitaker, who are mathematically locked in on points. Having to still race their way in on points, Mr. Johnny Antonucci, the Irish Assassin Dominic Byrne, Kevin Paskowicz, Forrest Sparks, and Bob Lacavara currently sitting on the bubble. 28 points to the good. On the outside looking in, we have David Llewellyn, Alex Green, Bill Roberts, Sam Cooper Bennett, and Terry Adams. Those are the only drivers left with enough participation races to be able to qualify. And I stand corrected, Jake Gordon also in that group. If Jake is here tonight, and I haven't looked at the standings, Jake will have just enough participation, and currently sitting third quick. Jake will have enough participation to be able to use his one win to move on to the chase in the IR05s. So it's desperate times, ladies and gentlemen. Cody, I can't say I blame you for sitting this one out tonight with a lot of hungry wolves still looking to win and get in. And, with David Llewellyn, Alex Green, Bill Roberts, Sam Cooper Bennett on the outside looking in. Terry Adams, we just heard, is withdrawing from tonight's event. So, that's one less hungry shark, but you still have Johnny Antonucci, who's had quite a few podiums this season. Dominic Byrne, who's been knocking on the door just about every race. Kevin Paskowicz, who, if I'm not mistaken, you and he had one of the closest finishes ever at Homestead, Miami.
It was kind of a trade-off. First we had it at Pocono, and then in the DW12s, and then we had it in Texas.
That's what it was. It was Texas. You're right. It was. So another one that you can never count out is Forrest Sparks. Had some bad luck as of late, but Forrest is always a tough competitor in the Extra Life sponsored vehicle. And then you got Bob Locavaro in the Convergent Composites number 5. That you never want to count Bob out either, because Bob is, he's one of those silent drivers that he'll put a hurting on you if you give him a chance. So a lot of drama getting ready to play out here as hot lap session getting ready to close down here. We are currently in qualifying. I stand corrected, so I'm a little bit late, folks. Let's go to the pre-race drivers meeting.
Absolutely flown. Thank you guys for everything. It's been a wild ride this season, and I'm sure the chase is going to be even wilder. Can't thank you guys enough. Running this league has been really special to me, and I can't believe season 2 is almost over. Doesn't feel like it.
Turns. Hopefully
Cody.
Enough patience to finish.
Big things. I won't.
We're
go
listening
into
to
the whole
Alex.
Points details. I will say immediately after the race, we're going to get the competition committee to do a quick review of this race, assess penalties as needed, and that way we'll have the chase field announced if Tony feels like it, and that's a kind of a big if. And we have enough people in team seat following the race. We will do a stream immediately after with driver interviews and announce the chase field and do all that. A few updates on the chase I know of. I know Gary has pulled out of contention, so that puts Bob as the last man in with David Llewellyn on his tail, I believe 28 points back. So just an update for you guys to know what you need to do there. Be careful coming out of turn 4. Be careful of the bump. Thank you guys again, and I want to thank Cody for taking over race control tonight. It's pretty fitting to see the season champion running season 1.
All right, guys, real quick. I'm not sure if Alex has already gone over it because I was a little late starting the stream. We do ask that you're going to call your pit before you get to turn 2. If you want to call it a lap ahead of time, that's great. Please stay on the apron until you're on the back straightaway. Also, please be on the apron going into turn 3. You can make the apron at speed. Please remember, pit road speed is 35 miles an hour. Not clearing black flags tonight if you guys get busted for speeding. Officer Mitchell will, in this case, Officer Eldred will enforce those. Have a good race. Good luck, everybody. All right, Cody, pre-race drivers meeting. Pre-race drivers meeting just wrapping up here. Going through the qualifying order, if I'm seeing this right, Mike Whitaker going quick time 20.145. Kevin Paskowicz in Team Phenomenal sitting outside row number 1. 20.156, so only 11 thousandths of a second separating them.
Guys, on starts and restarts, if you're the bottom line, make sure you're all the way up on the pavement or on the concrete. Don't have your tires down when you go to step into it. It could go bad.
All right, driving coach.
And don't hammer into it, rock into the throttle. You should be fine in first gear.
All right, driving coach and chief setup specialist Terry Adams giving the crew a final pointer. So Mike Whitaker, Kevin Paskowicz going to be on row number 1. Row number 2 is going to see Jake Gordon and David Llewellyn go off. Ronnie Osmer and Tyler Graff make up row number 3. Row 4 goes to Dylan Lucas and Alex Green. Row number 5 is going to see Forrest Sparks and Sam Cooper Bennett. League sponsor Bill Roberts and Johnny Antonucci going to make up row number 6. Row 7 goes to my former broadcast partner, Mr. Mark Vega. He's joined by Mr. EOL himself, Isaiah Dupree. That is row number 7. Row 8, Cody, I'm going to need your help on this one because I'm not recognizing this name.
Yeah, I was going to wait. Do you have race muted? Because I'm going to explain that he can't race.
Do, sir. I have InSim muted.
All right, I'll be back.
Yes, sir. So one of the early call-ups from one of the feeder series doing an oops tonight, so that's going to leave row number 8 going to Bob Lacavara and Mr. Martin Miller. Looks like Joe Morganti not taking time and Dominic Byrne not taking time. Those two gentlemen choosing to start in the back and try to work their way through the carnage or just try to avoid the carnage altogether. And Terry Adams choosing to sit this one out as we are starting to grid up now. 200 laps the scheduled distance on this one. As the field's starting to form there on pit road. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your popcorn, I would recommend you do it now, as we're going to be a little bit before we go to green here. Roughly a minute and a half left in the grid up process. So, would like to remind everybody, you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, proud sponsor of the IndyCar Speedway League, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest or are looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and be sure to let Bill know that the ISL sent you. So just so we're clear here, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Antonucci pretty much locked in. Dominic Byrne, Kevin Paskowicz tied, but again pretty much locked in. 43 points to the good for them, those two drivers. Forrest Sparks pretty much locked in. Bob Lacavara, David Llewellyn, Bill Roberts, and Sam Cooper Bennett. Those are your bubble drivers. So something to keep in mind tonight. Definitely need to win and get in for those drivers. Bob Lacavara just hoping for a good points night. David Llewellyn definitely needing a win. Not enough drivers to give him enough points. Even if Bob starts and drops out, David's got to win to get in. Alex Green, 66 points back off the bubble position, needs to win and get in. Bill Roberts, win and get in. Sam Cooper Bennett needs to win and to get in. So
And the pace car is in, and the leader shoots off.
Green, green, green.
And we got a spinner, number 13, Rodney, into the inside wall.
No real shocker there, as we are real early in this one.
He gets it going. He's just got front end damage.
So he's going to be able to limp that one back to the pits as Jake Gordon slots in behind Mike Whitaker. Kevin Paskowicz fighting with David Llewellyn right now for third as we're watching the lead right now. Gordon being a little bit aggressive. Already has one win on the season. This is the 10th race that Gordon has made or is getting credit for. So, Jake basically locked in, just having taken the green tonight. This is his 10th start, so Jake is now locked in. And field's starting to get strung out. Everybody's showing some pretty decent respect so far.
I think this race is going to pan out a little bit like Iowa. We'll get a couple green flag, good racing runs here. I'm looking forward to watching.
Well, the biggest thing you got to watch out for is when you're running nose to tail like a lot of these guys are, is we're starting to see two packs start to form. Your top six, and then you're over a second back to Alex Green. if you're running nose to tail and the guy in front of you touches that apron, it's real easy to either run over that driver or catch the apron yourself, trying to avoid them, and then it's all hell's going to break loose. So right now, a lot of respect being shown throughout the field. Good on these guys for trying to, log laps right now. That's all you can really do, as we're lap 6 of 200. Got a long way to go. Everybody's showing a lot of respect. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, it's there was a trade for 6th position as Dylan Lucas passes Tyler Graf.
Jake Gordon's teammate Dylan Lucas getting by Tyler Graf, showing the throwback target paint scheme. So kind of fun there. Battle shaping up for 7th place as Alex Green and Forrest Sparks running nose to tail right now. Forrest has Isaiah.
Top 5 are nose to tail. Tyler Graf is catching Dylan Lucas, making this a tighter bunch here up front.
Okay, so apparently TeamSpeak still hates me, and everybody asks why we normally do the broadcast in Skype. This is why. Because my push-to-talk button sucks.
And change it to, unless y'all voice activation, that's what I have.
So anyways, no, ATVO overrides, I have to hot mic or else ATVO overrides any, on and off, so we're currently watching the battle right now for 7th. Alex Green, Forrest Sparks, Sam Cooper Bennett getting his nose up in there, Isaiah Dupree into that battle. Running nose to tail, Alex catches the apron, slips wide. Forrest is going to get him going into 1. Alex gives him plenty of room. They go side by side into 1, coming out of 2.
I think they planned on staying in line when Alex hit that apron.
And that's exactly why this track is going to be so much fun to watch, especially if they get too wide and the bottom car touches the apron. Whoever's on the outside is going for a ride. Alex Green getting freight trained right now.
Yeah, Forrest got the nose underneath Alex, and Alex thought he was going to give him room, and he didn't, so he's stuck out there for a couple positions.
Well, it would have been fine had Isaiah Dupree not gotten a run. Isaiah in the black and red car, teammate, again, to Jake Gordon. Thank you guys for painting your cars different colors finally, so I can tell you two apart.
And speaking of Jake Gordon, he's getting pushed back to 5th position. He was in 2nd.
So sounds like Jake may have touched the apron as well, as he slots in behind another one of his teammates there, Dylan Lucas. Dylan, a part-timer here in the league, making some waves as of late. I hasten to say pissing people off, but hey, that's racing. Whitaker continuing to show the way. Paskowicz and Whitaker, Paskowicz, Llewellyn, Lucas, Gordon, Graf, Sparks, Dupree, Green, and Sam Cooper Bennett rounding out your top 10 as we are 15 of 200 into the 3rd Jewel in the RobertsTechJobs.com Triple Crown Challenge here at Dover International Speedway in the IR05s. Triple Crown contender Quentin Young not making the call tonight. Hearing that his hauler got detained coming from New York, got detained in Virginia. Why he was coming through Virginia, I have no idea, but the hauler was overweight and it was impounded. As those guys, good grief, those guys are flirting with that inside wall coming down the back straightaway, Cody.
Yeah, I did catch this, but Isaiah Dupree is a hard charger. He came from 14th to 8th right now, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him, and he will be a contender at the end.
As we're currently watching Dupree work with Forrest Sparks and Alex Green. That's Dupree in the red and black 93. Seems kind of weird not to see the 530 on Dupree's car. As he gets sideways, catches the apron, and gets turned, bringing out the first caution. So we are going to watch that one again. Here they are coming into 3. Going down the back straightaway, coming into 3. You see Dupree go low, catches the apron. The car gets sideways. tries to save it. Green with nowhere to go. Just Dupree was all different kinds of sideways. Green having nowhere to go helped him finish going around. And it looks like Isaiah's going to try to limp that one back to the pits. And that car is more screwed up right now than Hogan's Ghost. Good grief. So a good 20-lap run there to start this beast off. You see Mike Whitaker, the world's fastest hippie, driving the Persons Against Distracted Driving car, taking it pit side early. Now, last night I was able to get some laps into this thing. You could get about 34-ish laps, so Whitaker about 3/4 of the way through a fuel run right now. Looks like everybody going down pit road except Forrest Sparks. Forrest going to lead that one to get the all-important bonus point right now. So, a little strategy being played out there. Terry Adams making the call. Terry, you sneaky, sneaky person, you. So, Terry staying out 20 laps into this stint as well.
And that caution couldn't have came at a better time for Ronnie Osmer after hitting that inside wall. He was about a half lap almost to get lapped. And KP beat Michael Whitaker out of the pits.
I see that. The Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness Mighty sponsored car.
And Forrest Sparks stays out to lead a lap, get that extra point.
Yes. The all-important bonus point going to Forrest Sparks. He definitely needed. It's not. I'm not going to say he needed it, but it's always good to have that extra point in your pocket. And Forrest taking it pit side this time. Terry Adams going to probably do the same thing. Terry staying out, going to lead this lap as they cross the stripe. Terry again running for the Disabled American Veterans. A lot of charity sponsored cars in the field tonight. You got Terry running for Disabled American Veterans, Kevin Paskowitz running for Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness, and Mighty, which brings light to the epidemic of teen suicides. So if you want to know more, go to mighty.org for more information on that one. Mike Whitaker being sponsored by Persons Against Distracted Driving, which when you're going 200 miles an hour in an IndyCar, especially at a place like Dover, the last thing you need to be is distracted. But, I digress. Just a ton of worthy charities being represented here by the Indy Speedway League, the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League, as we are currently in race 20 of the regular season and race 3 of the Triple Crown Challenge, which will not be collected this season in the IR05s. Isaiah Dupree is qualified in the DW12s, so you're going to want to not miss Sunday's DW12 race as we come back here to Dover International Speedway. Lights go out on the pace car. Terry Adams, Kevin Paskowitz, Mike Whitaker, David Llewellyn, Jake Gordon, Dylan Lucas, Tyler Graff, Alex Green, Sam Cooper-Bennett, and Johnny Antonucci rounding out your top 10 as we are going to be 24 of 200 laps when we go back to green. And Sam Cooper-Bennett running another PH-aware car. However, looks like he's taking a page out of Mike Whitaker's playbook, and looks like Fruity Pebbles got mixed in with the paint scheme. So, good-looking car, Sam, though. Don't, get me confused here. It is a good-looking car. Terry Adams going to lead him back to green. Terry, 22 laps on his fuel stint so far. Probably hoping for another quick caution as he rolls into it as they come out of turn number 4. And we are back live. David Llewellyn makes a diving move, cutting off Mike Whitaker, diving underneath Kevin Paskowicz. Terry going to the high side. David going to get underneath and going into 3. Paskowicz going with him. That's going to probably shuffle Terry back quite a ways here, as David Llewellyn's going to lead a lap. That's going to put another bonus point towards him trying to get into this thing. David knowing that he has to win to get in this beast, and this is his last shot. So keep your eye on that number 11 black and blue car as he tries to make a run. Terry Adams going 3 wide into turn number 3. Good grief. Dylan Lucas underneath him. Terry wisely just given plenty of room, just getting shuffled back further and further.
Whitaker hits the apron. Almost collects the number 41 of Jake Gordon. I'm going to turn 4.
And that's where 2 wide gets very dangerous at this track. All it takes is just a little bit of touch right there, and you're skating up the track just trying to regain control. So, good on everybody for staying out of trouble there, as we're currently watching the battle for third. Whitaker, Lucas, and Gordon, with Tyler Graff back there lurking, but so far not making it happen.
Yeah, that apron gets evil real quick. I fell victim to that in Iowa.
Very, very true, Cody. Very, very true.
I ran a couple laps as Alex hits the apron again. I ran a couple laps here. What this setup gives, I think, the drivers a false sense of security, because you can drive this anywhere, but the fast line is all the way down at the bottom, but you got to have a steady hand.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things I got to commend the entire setup committee for. When they built this setup, they built a very stable setup, a very fast setup, a very racy setup. But it's the nature of the beast of this track is you've got to wait for the guy in front of you to make a mistake, or you've got to do what Dylan Lucas is trying, and try to work the apron like he did, as he almost collects his teammate Jake Gordon catching the apron there, trying to get under Mike Whitaker. Whitaker put his car exactly where he needs to, not quite giving Lucas enough room to really make that move happen. And as Lucas and Gordon now go side by side, Gordon surprisingly making that outside line work.
He's got help on the backstretch as Whitaker's running mid backstretch line, trying to help him with that draft a little bit. I'm sure it's not to help him, but it is helping.
It is helping as David Llewellyn continues to just click off laps up front. We're watching the battle heat up for third again.
Sorry to interrupt, but Forrest Sparks, KP hit the apron, collected himself, and he's back on the track in the backstretch.
He is. I didn't hear a crunch, so we're good there. Everybody seems to avoid him. Good collection.
It was Martin Miller before that happened. I don't know if he hit the apron, but he lost about 5-6 positions in a turn.
Martin Miller, another member of Team Phenomenal, Kevin Paskowicz, Sam Cooper Bennett, Mark Vega, and now Martin Miller. So that 4-car lineup is looking strong going into the chase and going into next season. Terry's out of gas. Terry Adams had the oldest tires on the track, so definitely had to take it pit side there.
And Sam Cooper Bennett just scraped the outside wall on the backstretch. This is we'll figure out how many laps people will go down doing a green sequence.
Well, we're about to find out now. Terry's already 1 down, getting ready to go a second. As these guys are about halfway through this current fuel stint, about 35-ish laps. And Dominic, that was... Sure it was.
Who is that in the grass?
That was Dylan Lucas punting Jake Gordon.
Ooh.
So Lucas caught the apron and just absolutely annihilated Jake Gordon. Gordon was on the outside still and snap, see you bye. That's all it took. I was glad to see we caught that on the stream when it happened. unfortunately for Jake. He is qualified, so no real harm, no real foul there. So Chase contenders right now, David Llewellyn doing everything he has to do, leading this race, collecting bonus points, hoping to get the most laps led, hoping to actually win the race. Currently leading this beast over Mike Whitaker, who sits in second. Tyler Graff, you see just barely about 6 car lengths back off of Whitaker there, sits in third. Tyler and Mike both locked in on points. Alex Green needs to win to get in, currently sitting in fourth place. Dylan Lucas, no chance of getting in, does not have enough participation points, sits in fifth. Johnny Antonucci, currently pointed in, still needs a good finish, so currently sitting in sixth. Bill Roberts needs to win to get in, currently sitting in seventh. Bob Lacavara, currently on the bubble, sitting in eighth, needs to win to get in. Mark Vega currently needs to win to get in. Dominic Byrne needing to win to get in. Kevin Paskowicz needing to win to get in. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all needing to win to get in, as David Llewellyn, another needing to win to get in, currently leads this piece. Mike Whitaker all over his backside. Whitaker probably playing the fuel mileage game right now as we're clicking off lap 42 of 200. One of the in a fuel mileage race, there are 2 drivers who I'm always going to put my money on. One of them is my broadcast partner tonight, Mr. Cody Eldred, defending IR05 Season 1 Series champion. The other one is the world's fastest hippie, Mike Whitaker.
Run out once in a while.
And Terry Adams joining us in the booth tonight. Terry, tough break.
Oh, no, I pulled over.
Oh, okay.
I just had to go. I'm sorry. I'm guilty. I love this setup so much that... Oh, we had an accident.
So Terry Adams joining us in the booth tonight. Terry, it's always good to have you up here. I was just telling the people earlier, I ran some laps with this setup last night. Kevin Paskowicz put up a setup or a practice session about 2 in the morning, and a real stable setup, real fun setup to run. Kudos on you and the entire setup committee for giving us the setup that we've got tonight. Real stable, real fun. Thank you.
And a couple laps ago, Sam Cooper Bennett went down on Isaiah, spun Sam out, so he's going to be a couple laps down. Going to need a quick repair used.
Currently 1 lap down, getting ready to go a 2nd lap down here, Sam Cooper Bennett. As we are still watching this battle up front. Llewellyn showing the way. Whitaker sitting in 2nd, Graff 3rd, Green 4th, Dylan Lucas 5th, and Johnny Antonucci on the tail end of that lead pack as they're starting to really gap Bill Roberts. Almost a second from Antonucci to Roberts right now, so 6th to 7th. That lead pack, 6 cars, really starting to pull away.
Actually, if the 3rd group would just settle down the lead 2 and line up a little better, I think they could catch that 2nd pack and eventually catch the 1st. It's not, there is no drop off as far as if you're within a second and I'm going to say 1.2 seconds, there's enough air coming off, especially if there's a pack ahead, it will pull up.
Yeah, definitely, Terry. The draft in this car is great. The only thing is you've got to time your runs if you're ever going to make a move on the outside.
Yeah, it can be done, though. I was in the practice session playing with Forrest and Mike, and I could time it where if I had even a car on the outside, I could get a slingshot through the old bar soak trick. If as the high car starts to drift back and that low car pulls in, that gap opens. As long as you've got a big enough gap, and don't be a jerk and take somebody with you, you can get a good pullout.
As Alex Green almost eats the inside wall, not sure what was going on there.
And that messed up his entrance in the corners. He drifted a little bit high. Nobody was close to him, so that was a lucky move. Nobody got collected on.
Absolutely. Alex Green, another one that has to win to get in. I'm looking at the top 5, and you've got 2 real hungry drivers right now, Llewellyn and Green, both on the outside looking in, and Whitaker and Graff are basically the meat in that lion sandwich. They're
Of which neither one needs the points to actually get anywhere. They're just running because they like to run.
oh, absolutely. I'm sure they both would like to get the win here at the the Monster Mile here at Dover International Speedway, but
Green pit stops are being called right now, so it's going
at,
to start.
we are 34, 35 laps in. Is
Ooh.
Tyler Graff going to be the first one to go pit side, looks like, and gets it locked up, almost collects the pit road wall. So that was
We had a couple of guys dance a little bit with each other where they both dove off at the same time, really.
well, Graff is in, Green is in. Looks like Llewellyn's coming in, Whitaker going in.
Yeah, this group seems a lot smoother coming in.
That's going to hand the lead over to Dominic Byrne, getting that all-important bonus point. Vega committing suicide. See, Mark, I try to talk nice about you, and then you do something like that. Caution comes out. Let's see what happened to Vega before I give him a rash of crap. So here we are coming through 1 and 2. Just catches the apron, and just, oh, thank God this is a simulator. Good grief. All right, so that really is going to shake the field up a ton. Alex Green getting caught a lap down. Dylan Lucas caught a lap down. Joe Morganti caught a lap down. Bob Lacavara caught a lap down. Isaiah Dupree caught a lap down. So that just completely shook up the running order as Dominic Byrne showing in the lead, sitting on pit road. Not sure exactly what's going to happen there with the running orders. We're waiting on the pace car to pick the field up. As Byrne had just gone onto pit road, so did Ronnie Osmer. Martin Miller had done the same. Looks like Whitaker is behind the pace car. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to go through the field right now to see who's doing what, where, and why.
Yeah, it's that eye-pacing shuffle.
So it looks like Gordon, Cooper Bennett, Gordon 11 laps down, Cooper Bennett 2 laps down, Isaiah Dupree and Bob Lacavara getting the wave around as they are. Where is Bob? Why am I not seeing Bob on here?
Bob's in 15th, but they're ahead
There
of
he
that
is. Bob is currently 1 lap down, 2 laps down. He's going to get one of them back here. Isaiah Dupree, 3 laps down, getting one of them back here. Jake Gordon, 12 laps down, getting one back. Cooper Bennett, 3 laps down, getting one back because of all of this. As Vega towing to the pits, this is basically just gonna. Oh, my Lanta, you got to feel for the guy.
Oh yeah, I'm 24 laps down, but at least mine was voluntary.
Yeah, exactly. As according to this, Dominic Byrne is the leader. So that means Tyler Graff is going to get a wave around. Bill Roberts going to get a wave around. Johnny Antonucci, Mike Whitaker, David Llewellyn going to get the wave around. That's going to put Ronnie Osmer in second, and Martin Miller going to be in third. So pretty much, except for the top 3, everybody got caught a lap down. Luckily, they had just finished their pit stop so they could stay out while everybody else got their service.
Well, it's that location thing. Where were you on the track when it hit? Were you already going into the pits? It's kind of hard. You can't just jump back up on the track, so you're kind of stuck going down that way.
Right. As wave arounds are happening,
User left your channel.
I believe. Don't quote me on this. I believe wave rounds are happening.
I don't know. The field's still holding in line. Yes.
Okay, so we're not, and I'm hearing cars hitting things. Why am I hearing cars hitting things?
I scanned back. I didn't see anything. I got the long blimp view. I pulled my camera back because it's too tight a track with it normal.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I probably heard somebody blinking. My money's on Jake Gordon. So.
Well, you already had a launch this afternoon in the early practice.
All right. So 2 to go
His
right
car
now.
slid up, touched the wall just ever so slightly, and he almost cleared the blimp.
Gotta love it. And apparently that is what I was hearing, is Cody Eldred going up into that room with those drivers to, probably give a warning. Not sure where Alex Green is going.
It's doing that. It was doing this last night too, where it shuffles you, and all of a sudden, usually it's the start-finish line. It clears it out, but I got told to pass cars, pass
User
cars,
joined your
pass cars. All
channel.
of a sudden, it said stay behind, stay behind. So it was moving me up and then pushing me back.
Atlanta.
So it's being weird tonight.
Well, I was
Yeah.
wondering why Alex Green was passing the pace car, and not sure what the hell is going on here. I know.
There's a cluster going on here. I can't explain it, but people are getting waved by. I had to extend the caution.
Okay, I don't know. Again, ladies and gentlemen, not sure what the hell's going on. Why Dominic
we
Byrne
had
is
this
getting
last night.
shuffled back, I have no idea.
Yeah, we had this last night where even the pace car was going fritzick and slamming against the wall and driving drunk.
Well,
Did you guys extend the cautions at all last night?
No.
Okay.
well, I'd like to know why Dominic Byrne has gone from first to sixth.
It still says on mine, according to the results, that he's in first place.
Because
Mike's in second, Dave's in third, but they're behind the lap down cars.
Well, no, here's the thing. They just waved him around. So I'm looking at live timing and scoring as per the loops around the track. Dominic's
okay.
back to sixth now. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, but this is weird.
It just gave him green from single car start.
Okay. Welcome to the Clusterfuck 200. Thank you, iRacing. As Whitaker and Llewellyn go side by side, cars all over the damn place. I don't know
they're
what's...
all trying to recover because you didn't know if you should start seriously and step on it or not.
I don't know what's going on. iRacing decided to take a puke, so we're going with it.
Anybody's guess until it refreshes.
And I'm sure that there's probably going to be protests after this race. And I'm not looking forward to the competition committee meeting post-race because I wasn't looking forward to the one we had Monday night following Daytona's, and I'm not looking forward to this one even more. So Llewellyn currently showing the way. Whitaker sitting in second. Sam Cooper Bennett about to go a lap down again. Bennett giving plenty of room to David Llewellyn, giving plenty of room to Mike Whitaker. As Llewellyn closes in on the tail end of whatever that gaggle of cars is. Why we went green, I have no idea.
Because of all the waiver rounds, it was a single file start.
Oh, right. No, I get that. But why Dominic Byrne got moved back to sixth? Did he get caught speeding? Do we have confirmation on that? That's my own.
I'm trying to wrap my head around what just happened.
Yeah, I'm watching and I'm confused totally.
My only suggestion would be, Cody, to throw a caution right now, get this field caught back up, and give Cooper Bennett, who's currently the.
And I threw the caution just to help out because this is
Yeah,
nuts.
I thank you, Cody. The only thing is, I would give Cooper Bennett one wave around because of all of that, he got basically screwed over. Just went a lap down, that was unnecessary.
Honestly, I kind of want to start the field off fresh and just
Yeah, where they're lined up at
whoever
least.
got a lap down that time, just put them back on the lead lap. Make it
So
fair at that point.
right. So
Yeah, we're at only lap 69. They got plenty of race to race it out.
Yeah.
right. So the only car I saw lose a lap during that little short stint that we had was Cooper Bennett in the 6. Everybody else seemed to be able to stay in front of David Llewellyn. As looks like Dylan Lucas going pit side. Antonucci, Ronnie Osmer, Tyler Graff. You got guys going pit side now. 12 laps into this fuel stint, so that's going to shake the field up a little bit.
Well, we are getting enough laps at this track on a fuel
Right.
run so that, the time spent on track may go quick, but the laps are clicking off. So, you're hitting that 30s anytime you're getting that kind of mileage.
Right.
You're gonna get these different strategies because we've got between here 130 laps.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people trying to backstretch that in their mind.
Right. Now, Cody, are you going to give Cooper Bennett one of his laps back because he just lost one under that last fiasco that we had? And Cody has muted me as he's talking to the drivers in game, so
Yeah.
Good on him there.
There's a lot. I can see he's scratching his head because there's a lot of stuff going on, and these being a short track, you having a lot of time versus the pace of laps that some of those other tracks are at.
Right. The thing I've noticed about iRacing, generally what they do is they give you, when the caution comes out, you have the lap to catch the pace car, and then you have so there's your formation lap. Then they give you one lap for the lead lap cars to pit, one lap for the lap down cars to pit, one lap to form up, and then we're back to green. So at a place like Daytona, you're
It's
talking
5 laps. Yeah.
Well, at Daytona, you're talking like a 6-minute caution.
Right.
Whereas
right.
a place like this, you're only talking a minute and a half, maybe.
Well, they're turning 122 laps, so if you add them up, you're about 3 minutes. I mean, but yeah, your pace speed's so much slower here. It does kind of equalize it out.
Right. And the thing that's going to catch a lot of drivers under green flag, and mark my words, Terry, before we're done, somebody's going to clobber the inside of the outside wall of pit road going to pit, because you can take the apron at roughly 150, 160 miles an hour. However, once you get to that commitment cone, your ass better be doing better be doing 35.
Yeah.
Which is going to feel like you could get.
There's been already some guys saying that their pit limiters didn't seem to grab it. I didn't have that problem, but then again, I tend to whoa up, a little early. I don't wait to that last second. I'm trail braking from between 3 and 4 to whoa her up because the angle of this pit and that entry is narrow. The angle of that pit line really, the turn cramps quite a bit. So you really don't want to come in too hot there.
Right. So
Too easy to go sideways there.
Right. Lights are out on the pace car. Llewellyn and Whitaker on the front row. Dominic Byrne, Bill Roberts, row 2. Martin Miller and Bob Lacavara, row 3. Ronnie Osmer, Tyler Graff, row 4. Alex Green and Dylan Lucas rounding out your top 10. As we are 72 of 200, going to be 73 when we go back to green.
Yep.
Again, David Llewellyn doing everything he possibly can to make it into the chase. Showing the way out front, trying to stay clean, trying to stay out of trouble. Definitely needs to win to get in as the pace car is off. And he pulls the trigger and puts 2 car lengths on Mike Whitaker. Bill Roberts going with him. Roberts to the inside. Whitaker cuts him off. Roberts giving him plenty of room. Roberts, another one that has to win to get in the RobertsTechJobs.com 21 there. It's got the Irish assassin Dominic Byrne right on his transmission tunnel, though.
Yeah, no favoritism in this league. Just because you're a sponsor, I'm a sponsor, doesn't mean I just get to get in. I have to work my butt in there. Bill's doing the same.
Absolutely, absolutely. And wouldn't it be something if he won his own race? The
yeah, especially
third.
since it's the Triple Crown, right?
So unfortunately, we received word that Quentin Young's hauler got busted at a DOT checkpoint, being overweight. They impounded the hauler. That's why he is not here tonight. David Llewellyn showing the way. Whitaker sitting in second. Bill Roberts, and just everybody is they're giving each other plenty of room, but they're racing cautiously aggressive, as I like to put it. And I like to see this.
Yeah, this setup really lets you do it. You can put it anywhere you want. I mean, we're not getting the nose slides when you're getting up. You're not losing aero when you're getting behind the car a little bit, but you can drive around it. If you just start your turn a little earlier in, it will stay down there behind the guy. But if you're just kind of flowing with him, yeah, she'll jump up that half a lane. I did find running it that, for me, being that half a lane up in the corner did not, I wasn't losing any speed compared to the guy that was nosed right up underneath. And I kind of liked it because you had an escape route in case something happened.
Well, there's that, and as Dominic Byrne just sucks right up under the transmission tunnel of Roberts there, and we were watching the battle for third as Whitaker running nose to tail with Llewellyn. Whitaker just kind of cruising right now, playing the fuel mileage game, trying to save his tires. Trying to save his tires. When I was running this setup last night, I didn't notice it starting to really get pushy until the fuel started to really burn off. So about half, maybe 3/4 of the way through a run, that's when I started to notice that the car was getting a little nose light.
Well, and this case, I think it's more the weight being off the car than it is the
Right.
tires, because at the end of the runs, this is some of the best tire temps and wears we've had all season, really.
Right, so I'm wondering, when we get later into this, if we see a lot of, as Bill Roberts touches the apron, he gets turned by Dominic Byrne. Shades of Sunday night when Byrne got turned by Cooper Bennett. Almost.
And it was just out of my camera view. What did he catch the apron at the end of the corner?
Yes,
Bill?
Roberts caught
that's the one.
The apron at the end of the corner. We're going to watch the replay here again as he just, and I'm almost half tempted to believe that, the guys that do the broadcast for the real life Indy race watch our broadcast, because I heard my catchphrase used.
Yeah, I caught that.
As coming through, looks like 1 and 2. Now they're down the back straightaway into 3. We're watching Roberts. He didn't catch the apron. He just thought he was going to and corrected it. Kind of lifted a little bit, burped it to get it to take a set. Byrne was way too close and had absolutely nowhere to go, and just clobbered Bill Roberts. And
yeah, that's the problem at the speeds we are running on this track, that if a car does bog out or dog or, rub the apron enough to lose that little bit, you're coming real quick in that corner. It's not like you've got a big Daytona corner. You can look ahead and see it happens just like that. Next thing you know, the car's right up and on you.
As it's sometimes called in bowling, snap, see you bye.
Yeah.
So caution coming out. A lot of drivers going down pit road. Mike Whitaker staying out. Whitaker staying out. Miller staying out. Ronnie Osmer staying out. Bob Lacavara staying out. 26 laps on their stints currently. From 5th place, Alex Green back. Alex Green able to beat David Llewellyn off pit road. Looks like Green did not take tires. 4.4 second stop for the Home Depot car.
And again, I did say to the drivers that you could do it. You could double stint the tires, but it's at your own risk because it is going to handle differently at the end of that second fuel run.
Right,
But,
and Alex Green looking to gamble right now. We're still not even at halfway, so plenty of time to get caught back up if this doesn't work. If it does work, good on him.
Again, sometimes just pitting out of sequence at empty pits is a lot nicer. I was going to say, I don't want to give a racing secret away, but Mike a lot of times likes to pit off schedule from everybody else, and I do too, just for that reason that when you're coming to pits, you don't have to worry about the guy behind you running right up to the line and then trying to slam their brakes on when you're just trying to be smooth all the way in and out.
Right. And, the other thing, too, about Mike Whitaker, realizing that this is probably going to end up being a fuel mileage race, because the guys are really not running with their, how should I put this politely?
Calculator running?
They're not running suffering from rectal cranial insertion syndrome.
No, so far it's been really smooth.
Right.
There was discussion earlier, is it going to be a wreck fest or not? And I said, this was at the early practice. I said, look, if everybody just runs with that thought in mind, you got to do 200 laps and nobody rushes, it'll go good.
Right, and the thing is with Whitaker, knowing that we could get some green flag runs in, there are very few guys in this league that you're going to see that are better than Mike Whitaker at figuring out fuel mileage strategies.
That's speed, you betcha.
And I almost have to think that Mike has already back-timed this race and said, okay, I need to pit here, 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 and here. I'm not moving from that schedule.
I think that
lights
more
are
than going for that, and I know he wouldn't be going for just leading the laps because he knows he doesn't need that to get in. So
right.
He's just running this as a strategy thing, kind of practicing for in the chase,
Right.
And, I'm just going to add something before we go green here. A driver did find out that going into the pits, if your all four tires hit that white line before pit wall, you will get an EOL under caution.
Say that again, Cody?
Yeah.
There is a white line before the pits, and you need all four tires to hit that line, or you'll get unsafe pit entrance at an EOL.
Right, which is why I told the drivers in the pre-race meeting that they need to be on the apron. So Mike Whitaker, Ronnie Osmer, Alex Green, Bob Lacavara, Kevin Pasquich, as we go back to green flag action. Whitaker showing the way right now.
Nice smooth start. I think they took that hint from the one I took off in the lead and just started really early there instead of playing the games to the start-finish line and just ease into it and pull the pack with instead of hammer and go.
Absolutely, and we're watching the gaggle of cars behind Mike Whitaker's. They're too wide, too deep. A couple hungry lions right there. Bob Lacavara, currently sitting on the bubble, would love to win this thing to really, exclamation point his way into the chase. In the Convergent Composites number 5, got Kevin Pasquich right on his trans tunnel. KP, always looking for a win wherever he can get it. Hungry driver. Alex Green needs to win to get in. Currently sitting in 4th. And Tyler, who was that? Ronnie Osmer just pancakes it from the penthouse to the outhouse for the rookie. Whitaker
There was no caution between no contact. Alex drifted up a little bit, and then there was contact.
He's doing it again under KP right now. He's really got to watch those corners. He's running in so hard, and late that he's popping up at the end.
Well, the other thing, too, is he almost just hooked KP.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Bob Lacavara on the bubble. Alex Green needs to win to get in. Here comes David Llewellyn back into the scene. We're currently running in 5th. So business is starting to pick up, kids.
I'm gonna do a prediction here that Bob, when Alex gets really close, you'll watch Bob go up to that high line and he'll let Alex by, because he knows he's got a long ways to go, and he knows how Alex likes to drive overly aggressive. I think he's gonna just let him by and let him, pay the consequences.
Well, that may be the case. He may pay Alex Green may pay the consequences quicker than he wants to, too. If he leaves that door open for David Llewellyn like he just did.
He's been dancing back and forth, which is dangerous when you're getting that nose that close to the car in front of you. He's really got to start easing his line down a little bit.
Well, the thing is, all three of those guys are, well, moreover, Alex just poked a nose. Bob cut him off. That's the most aggressive move I've ever seen Bob Lacavara make. Good on you, Bob.
Yeah, and I don't think Alex so much was trying to get underneath. He's not come into the same line each time he comes into the turn.
No, but Alex is trying to run that ultra low line, and it's killing all his momentum coming off the corners. Bob's letting it drift up about half a car length, trying to stay in the slipstream of Mike Whitaker, and it's really helping Bob, and it's killing Alex, and even moreover, it's killing everybody behind Alex because they've got a lift. And Green gets a run, leaves the door open. Llewellyn thinks better of it, knowing who he's following right now.
It's situational awareness.
And Llewellyn goes to the inside, just dive bombs it in there. And that's going to hang Green out to dry. Llewellyn flirting with the apron, though.
Yeah, if he's smart, he'll hold it here, and you really won't lose all that much spots. When I was up front and drifted up, I started letting the cars by because, again, I didn't want to be that guy in the race. I just liked it so much I had to lead a little bit.
Understandable, Terry. Understandable. So Llewellyn,
he is holding station up there, so I mean it can be done if you keep working it.
Oh yeah, and Lacavara looks like he might be getting a little bit nervous right now with Llewellyn so close to him. Green with a wicked run on the high side. What's going on here?
Again,
Green with his nose out front. Green leads a lap. He led a lap from the high side.
And the number 5 just called a pit in 3rd position.
Whitaker's got to be getting ready. There he goes. I was going to say Whitaker's got to be getting ready to pit there too, because he was 40 laps into that stint with all the cautions.
Yep, he did text it.
So Alex Green getting that all-important bonus point to try to...
the mics to a minimum, like short and sweet, because people need to call pits.
Cody Eldred giving some instruction to the drivers in Sims. Bill Roberts going into the pits.
Yeah, I forgot to mute that, sorry.
That's all right, sir.
No, that's fine.
Alex Green and David Llewellyn fighting tooth and nail. Both drivers having to win to get in. We're following this battle for the lead, as that is chase implications right there. Alex Green in the Coca-Cola Husky car showing the way. David Llewellyn wants to get back by him. Llewellyn running that ultra-low line that we've jokingly dubbed in the league the Llewellyn line, because David can run that line just about any track we go to better than most drivers in the league.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's why I use that term when I'm trying to explain something to somebody.
Alex Green continuing to show the way as we are just past halfway. Alex Green, David Llewellyn, Kevin Paskowitz, Tyler Graff, Forrest Sparks, Dylan Lucas, Isaiah Dupree, Johnny Antonucci, Sam Cooper Bennett, and Martin Miller rounding out your top 10. As we are showing currently lap 103 of 200. We're getting close. We're within about 10 or so laps that we might see some green flag stops start to happen here.
I'm thinking that David's kind of waiting till the pack behind him gets pulled up, and he's going to wait till they're right up and on him, and when Alex makes a dip up, that's when he's going to go underneath if he's got cars right behind him. But I think he's just playing it right now, kind of coaxing it along and trying to get this to line up.
Probably a safe bet, as he is looking down the back straightaway. And Green catches the apron, has to let the cars go. Oh, tough break for the 20. 30? 30. So tough break there. David Llewellyn, your new leader. Kevin Paskowitz right with him. Tyler Graff, Forrest Sparks, Dylan Lucas rounding out your top 5 currently.
He did recover it. He's already into the back of the pack again. This is one track I did not, once I put the tires down doing the test sessions, I said, this is one that if you do it right, you can recover without taking everybody out.
Right. So he is back up to speed, trying to use Martin Miller to go with him at the tail end of the pack. Green slotting into 9th right now. So
I think they're all kind of watching each other, waiting to see who's going to pit, who's not going to pit, and seeing if they can maybe do a little manipulating that way.
Well, right now they're 26. Most of the field is working lap 26 of this stint. And, I think it's part that, Terry, and it's also part, I want to give myself just a little bit of room. If you notice, there's probably about a car length between the cars.
Everybody, oh yeah.
So that if the car in front of you does catch the apron, you're less likely to kill them.
Again, we've been trying to do this all season to get guys to keep this mindset in mind when they're driving, and it's really great that at least the last race of this series, you just watch it, and there it is. Patience, position, timing, location. Oh, we have a
there's
wreck.
a huge checkup.
Isaiah Dupree getting annihilated for the second time tonight. Let's see what took place as we're watching the replay here. You see Dylan Lucas right in front of him there. Sam Cooper Bennett behind him. Lucas catches the apron, catches it again, and Isaiah checks up, and Alex
that Dylan Lucas hits the apron.
Right, and Isaiah Dupree checks up, and we're going to need to give Isaiah the doll to let him show us where Alex touched him.
Yeah, 'cause he booted him there, boy.
Yeah, and he's trying to limp it back to the pits right now, and that's just... Well, I guess he's able to go faster than the pace car, so I'm not going to give him too much crap about that. As he goes through the grass, hopefully he doesn't loop it.
He asked for an EOL and then said no, so I haven't gave him one yet.
Well, no, he's able to go faster than the pace car. He's going to lose a lap here, though, now that he's in the pits. So that definitely helped a lot of cars. David Llewellyn going pit side, Paskowitz going pit side. Basically, everybody's going pit side right now, except for those who just pitted. Looks like Whitaker's going to get a lap back.
The other nice thing is this does give at least let you take them hands off the wheel for a minute, flex them, get a little blood back into them.
Right. As David Llewellyn wins the race off pit road, Kevin Paskowitz going to slot into second. Tyler Graff, Forrest Sparks, Sam Cooper Bennett, Johnny Antonucci. Currently Alex Green in 7th. Dylan Lucas in 8th. And Isaiah able to beat Llewellyn out, so able to stay on the lead lap. So good on you there. Whitaker getting one of his laps back for the wave around. Looks like Dominic Burns going to take a wave around. There's a lot of cars that are going to have to take wave arounds here as we are working lap 113 of 200. Currently 9 cars on the lead lap. So, those long runs starting to really wreak havoc with this field as, Whitaker right now slotted in to get the lucky dog. Doesn't need to win it. David Llewellyn doing everything he currently can to win this piece.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time on pits. He's playing it right to the edge on pits.
Right. So
Normally David's a little more conservative coming to pits. I think he's hitting it right on the money as far as when he's going that pit limiter.
right. So Cody Eldred, Quentin Young, Joe Morganti, Jay Anderson, Isaiah Dupree, and Jake Gordon in on wins. Tyler Graff, Mike Whitaker in on points, locked in. Johnny Antonucci, relatively safe, 61 points to the good. Dominic Byrne, 43 points to the good. Kevin Pasquich, 43 points to the good. Pasquich currently sitting in second. Dominic Byrne currently sitting in 13th. So as of right this second, the tiebreaker for those two goes to Pasquich. Bob Lacavara currently one lap down. Forrest Sparks currently one lap down. No,
Fourth.
currently fourth. So Forrest doing everything he can to try to hold court and stay into this thing. The real story right now, David Llewellyn, knowing that he has to win to get in, doing everything that he can to do so as the lights are out on the pace cars that come down the backstretch here at the Monster Mile, Dover International Speedway, Dover, Delaware. IR05s, and you are currently watching the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League race number 20, regular season finale. This is the last race before the chase starts. David Llewellyn, Kevin Pasquich, Tyler Graff, Forrest Sparks, Sam Cooper Bennett, Johnny Antonucci, Alex Green, Dylan Lucas, Isaiah Dupree, and Mike Whitaker rounding out your top 10. Whitaker one lap down in 10th.
Oh,
Pace cars in,
now this time David play. Oh,
and Tyler Graff commits suicide.
He got his left tire on the asphalt.
Absolutely. So let's watch that again from Tyler as they are getting ready to go green here in a second. There goes Llewellyn. Graff just over revs it. Sam Cooper Bennett nowhere to go, just blasts him in the radiator pod. Tough break for Cooper Bennett. Going to have to burn a quick repair there to get that car fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Good grief. However, that was the break that Mike Whitaker needed, provided he stayed clean. That should give Whitaker the lucky dog.
Ironically, he got it last caution, too.
Well, he's the first car a lap down. And why is Whitaker... Oh, okay, he's watching the checkup. What the hell is going on in turn 3?
Yeah, the pace car has been really acting weird at this track.
They were waiting on the pace car. That's what was going on.
Like I said, at last night's practice session, it ran into the pit wall and then up into the outside wall and then straightened out so we could get behind it. It's been weird.
All right, so the pace car driver's drinking again.
And we have David sitting on the front stretch waiting for the pace car to catch him.
Right. Better safe than sorry as we are working lap 117. Mike Whitaker should get the wave around right here, or lucky dog right here. There he goes to the high side. Looks like Whitaker's back on the lead lap. So 10 cars left on the lead lap here. So Forrest Sparks currently sitting in third. Relatively safe. Still can't let up, give an inch. Still has to have a good finish. All it's going to take for Sparks to get in is a podium finish. All it's going to take for Pascowich to get in is a podium finish. Johnny Antonucci just needs to finish.
Yeah, Cody, I'm going to just jump in. It looked really smooth from my view.
I'm sorry, Terry, I didn't hear the question.
Oh, no. I didn't know if Cody had ears in here because, they're kind of arguing about his takeoff, and I don't know. That looked he didn't look like he sandbagged it. He just held and then left.
Yeah, no, his speed, he maintained pace speed the entire time.
Yeah.
And I have the telemetry to prove it. He maintained pace speed according to the timing and scoring loops.
Who?
David.
David held steady. He didn't slow down or
He
log any. He
he
stayed
did
right
not.
on line.
Yeah, he did not try to Texas that start.
He gained 9 miles per hour. I watched it. From when the pace car left, from where he actually punched it, he went from 40 miles an hour to 49.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, up here it looked like he just maintained speed and just started walking into it.
Well, with so much on the line and so much at stake currently, I can understand the frustration of when a guy gets a good restart like that. Drivers are going to complain. So working lap 118. It looks like we're getting 2 to go. David Llewellyn continuing to show the way. Kevin Paskowicz sitting in second. Forrest Sparks in third. Johnny Antonucci in fourth. Sam Cooper Bennett staying out. So apparently,
Made it slow and gradual.
So apparently that was a Phantom 4X. It looked like Sam Cooper Bennett just took a race car to the face. However, staying out doesn't look like he's got any damage. The wings look okay. The air intake looks okay. So hopefully no damage on Cooper Bennett's car.
Yeah, I think even last night, again, I phantomed through at least 1 or 2 cars during an accident. So it's kind of weird.
So Alex Green up to 6th. Within striking distance. So of the cars right now that need a win, David Llewellyn needs to win. Kevin Paskowicz just needs a good finish. Would love to win to punch his ticket. Already has his ticket punched in the DW12s. Would love to punch it here in the IR05s. Forrest Sparks would love to win, just actually needs a good finish to point his way in. Johnny Antonucci would love to win. Would be his first win in the league overall. Would love to win. Doesn't need it. Just needs a good finish. Sam Cooper Bennett doesn't have enough participation, but would still love to get the win. Alex Green absolutely needs to win to get in. Lights go out on the pace car. So in your top 10, you've got quite a few guys battling for chase implications. And you see most of them in this shot right now. In your top 6, 5 of them have a chance to punch their ticket to get into the chase.
Oh, yeah. And we're getting down to about another 30 laps. It's going to be go time for everybody.
Absolutely.
Once you hit that 150 mark, if you ain't moving then, you are not going to get them by the end.
Well, we are lap 120 of 200.
Like I said, about one more pit stop after the pit stop after this. That's where you're going to see the guys start putting the hammer down and holding it and praying they can stretch that fuel.
Well, we're going to be taking the green with 80 to go. This pace car getting ready to duck on off. David Llewellyn has control of the field. And he's 50 miles an hour, starting to roll into it again. Everybody holding court with him. Paskowicz able to maintain on the high side. Forrest Sparks going with him. Johnny Antonucci and Alex Green caught asleep at the switch. And Paskowicz given plenty of room on the high side, knowing that he doesn't have to really muscle it, as we're back under caution. And Martin Miller getting annihilated. Let's see what happened there. Here we are watching Miller in the 333. Pardon my language, ladies and gentlemen, but it looked like Miller just stepped on his dick going to the green. And unfortunately took Bob Lacavara with him.
That's interesting. If you watch the nose of that car, it just takes a dip.
The nose went in and the car just went up the track. That is,
Like a phantom bump
yeah.
or pothole.
So we're watching
Like-
that again. Yeah, the left front just dug into the banking. Normally it's the transmission tunnel glitch. We may have found another new glitch that we need to point out to iRacing with this car. So we're going to watch that again at half speed. Watch the left front tire of Miller's car, tire closest to you, starts to pick up the trigger coming through the corner, and the nose just went into the banking. That nose wing just shoveled right into the banking. Tyler Graff taking evasive action. Unfortunately, Bob Lacavaro with absolutely nowhere to go. Able to limp the car back to the pits, though, so good on you there. That was just...
Proximity to the pits helped in that case.
Oh, absolutely. But that was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Watch the front wing of Miller's car. As we watch it again, he goes to pick up the throttle, and the nose just shovels into the track.
Yeah, it's like the wings are cutting under the pavement.
He said he did have an update come up after the crash, but he said he was downshifting. Downshifting when that happened.
That was still... I've never seen that particular
that
glitch
is
happen
weird.
before. Normally on a bank track, we get that transmission tunnel glitch where the back end of the car gets sucked down under the pavement. I've never seen the front end do that before. So
Yeah,
that's
a new one.
That's something new. We may have to contact Nim and the boys and say, hey, can you guys look into this? So we are back under caution. David Llewellyn, Forrest Sparks, Johnny Antonucci, Sam Cooper-Bennett, Dylan Lucas, Mike Whitaker up to 7th. Good rebound, Mike. Tyler Graff, Isaiah Dupree, and Alex Green rounding out your top 10. Green and Dupree going down pit road under that caution. And Mike Whitaker with the oldest tires out there, 24 laps on that stint for Mike.
And again, when I skipped pitting that time, and that was, right on the very end of the fuel run, when I took off in the lead, it wasn't tires. It was just I looked behind me and went, no, I don't want to get run over. These guys are hungry.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
I could have hung the low line, but I thought, no.
And
Well,
I kind of had a feeling that's what you were doing, Terry. That's why I kind of didn't say anything.
and good news to Bob, he was in that caution, and he still got the lucky dog.
Yeah,
It
doesn't look like it took a fast repair because it was just the front wing and it popped and he was gone instantly. So hopefully he didn't lose a fast repair on that.
All right, so that puts 11 cars on the lead lap. Bob Lacavara, the last car on the lead lap. Dominic Byrne, the first car, 1 lap down. So a lot of chase implications throughout the field. We're going to stick with what's in the front of the field right now. As Llewellyn, Sparks, Paskowicz, Antonucci, all 4 of those guys trying to punch their ticket into the chase. Sparks, Paskowicz, and Antonucci just need good finishes. As the lights are out on the pace cars, they come down the back straightaway here at the Monster Mile. Would like to remind everybody you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader for all your temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. If you are an IT professional in the Midwest or looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com, take a look and see what they have, and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. Pace car getting ready to duck on off here. David Llewellyn leads them again. I dare say David probably almost clinched the most laps led tonight so far. Rolling back into it.
Pacing, we had Dom Byrne disconnect and wheel disconnect.
Oh, not cool.
But he's back in line. There was a clean restart. Everything's hunky-dory.
That's a good
Jake
thing.
would like to join us up here if you guys don't
If
mind.
you would like to bring him down, we'd be more than happy to have son of the 9-time Little 500 winner, Eric Gordon, joining us. If somebody wants... Jake Gordon joining us in the booth. Jake, we were just talking about your dad and the racing pedigree that you have. your start tonight, basically, you just clinched your way into the chase because I believe you have a win in the IR05s, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, but it's at Monza.
Oh, okay. No, I'm
non-disappointing.
sorry.
So,
I
yeah.
stand corrected. Jake won in the DW12s. That was the official win that you had. I
Yeah.
stand corrected. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But currently watching this battle up front, you got Llewellyn, Sparks, Pascowicz, and Tanucci. Llewellyn needs the win. Sparks and Pascowicz just need good points nights as Pascowicz gets under Sparks. Antonucci right on his transmission tunnel. They're going to freight train Sparks, and Antonucci touches the apron, almost clobbers Sparks, goes back up the track a little bit more. Antonucci with a bad one there, able to stay out of trouble. Everybody stays green. That almost ended poorly for Sparks.
As we only have 11 cars on the lead lap, Dominic Byrne is 2 laps down, sitting in 12th.
And he is the first car not on the lead lap. So
it struck me the reason why Bob got the lucky dog that time is because it was an admin caution.
That'll do it.
I threw the caution because I think he was still sitting on the track with hardware issues.
Fair enough.
Martin was. Bob had already gotten in the pits.
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah, Martin was sitting up. And he was having equipment issues, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that was still a weird glitch. I've never seen the front wing dig in. Always been the transmission tunnel from what I've seen with these cars. But David Llewellyn right now showing the class of the field up front. Kevin Pascowicz right on his transmission tunnel. Those 4 Sparks within striking distance. Dylan Lucas looking to play spoiler right now.
Yeah, and there's a couple cars that are peaking higher, like they're trying to put rubber down for later on in the race.
Well, I don't know if they're peaking higher as much as they're just trying to not beat the hell out of the tires running that ultra low line. Pascowicz might be looking to double stint his tires on the next fuel stop.
Maybe they're finally taking my advice that there are times at a track like this, when you're in that high line, if something happens, you are more apt to get around it than you are if you're in the low line.
Well,
that
the other
inside
thing,
wall's so close that if a car hits that inside wall, he's going to pile up the low line. So if you are running the high line, you got a little more room to go that way.
right. And the other thing, too, is when you're running, like Pascowicz is running about half a car width off the apron, he's less likely to have contact, whereas David Llewellyn is flirting with it every lap.
Yeah, and KP hit the apron early on, shuffled him all the way back. He's back in second, so good on him.
Right, and I think that really opened his eyes to, hey, I don't need to run ultra low as he catches the apron again. Thanks for proving me wrong, KP. So, yeah, that's the last time I talked good about anybody.
Yeah, you don't want to do the announcer's curse.
But
he's never missed a field goal, and ooh, everybody hates that guy.
Yeah.
Well, at least the people on the team that he was talking about. The other team usually love it, but...
Right, so we're watching the battle right now for... There's 5th. Alex Green starting to make some moves. Looked a little bit aggressive earlier, trying to get back up towards the front as swings it high. Tyler Graff not going to let him slot back in. Gets a run on the inside. Now it looks like Tyler is going to let him slot back in. Knows who he's running around. Tyler knows he doesn't need to really get crazy here. Tyler's safely in. So
Dam was in 5th, and he got shuffled to the back to the 8th position. What the high line will do to you.
It will do that. Yes, it will.
You can stay aggressive and stay up with him, but you're doing a lot of little side drafting or tucking just behind whatever air the cars in front are given. But yeah, if you run anything above that midline, you're going to lose time. If you run the midline and not rub or hit the guy, you're doing pretty good.
Right, and the battle for second starting to heat up right now. Kevin Pascowicz and Forrest Sparks duking it out behind race leader David Llewellyn. I can understand these guys want the win. They just need a decent points night right now. And we're still, we're only lap 142. We're still just under 60 laps to go. Still going to need at least one more stop as we are quickly approaching the point where we're going to need green flag stops. Currently, most of the drivers are lap 30 of this current stint.
And Whitaker pulls it in the pits.
Whitaker was the oldest tires out there. 43 laps.
He's back counting. I can tell you, just
That's
like
exactly.
a blackjack dealer tell you, he's back counting. Again, he wants to get in and out when it's clean and quiet. He doesn't have any issues. He doesn't have anybody slow him up. He can go at his own pace and get in and out smoothly. It's just how well you blend back in when you're the slowest car coming in on that inside line going into 3.
That is exactly it. As David Llewellyn continues to show the way. Llewellyn, Paskowicz, Sparks, Dupree, Lucas, Green, Graff, Lacavara, Antonucci, and Sam Cooper Bennett rounding out your top 10. As we're... Go ahead.
The funny thing I'd like to add, Whitaker was in the back and he was actually faster than David Llewellyn. He was 3 seconds back in the pack, somewhere around 11th place, and he was running faster than the leader.
Again, if you got that pack in front of you, at practice, the fastest time I put in, I didn't even think I was going that quick, but the cars in front of me were in the right positions. It just, I was almost trimming out 5th gear where she was going to burp on me.
Well, I'd like to point out, current fast lap of the race, Ronnie Osmer, 19.859. That is hauling the mail here at Dover. Good grief. And Forrest Sparks.
It's that air pocket. If you can find it, you can ride it.
Absolutely. Forrest Sparks playing duck and peek with Kevin Paskowicz. Paskowicz looks like he's not nerved at all, and expect to see green flag stops coming in here relatively quickly. As they're turning it'll be lap 150 of 200 this time across the stripe. Most of the drivers are 37 laps into their stint as a little shuffling going on as somebody caught the apron. It looked like it might have been Forrest Sparks. Checked everybody up behind him. Everybody doing a great job to avoid him. Good on everybody there.
David, a little dance on top. Oh, they settled back in.
And that's Alex Green up there. It's what it looks like.
And again, it is this, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, and I normally, you guys know me, I always say it's the crew and me. This one was my baby, and I'm really happy watching it because I know that I gave them something that you can recover if shit goes, when things go wrong.
That's all right. We're not a G-rated stream, Terry. But 50 laps to go. David Llewellyn continuing to show the way. Paskowicz, Sparks, Dupree, Lucas, Graff,
they're
Green,
starting to call.
Lacavara, Cooper Bennett, and Johnny Antonucci rounding out your top 10. Let's see who goes this time and who goes...
I heard Tyler and Johnny.
Okay, so that's 8th and 9th. Yep, there they are, slowing it down right now.
And Johnny taking no chances. He verbally and texted, and he wants to make sure it gets heard.
Well, he was in heavy traffic, and he had Dominic Byrne and Alex Green around him, so he's making sure. Paskowicz goes pit side. Looks like Forrest Sparks going with him.
David's calling pits.
David's calling pits now.
I still think we're going to have one or two guys behind him try to make that extra lap, see if they can use that faster time to get ahead of him and then make it up in pits next time around.
Well, here's the thing. Alex Green, Isaiah Dupree only have 32 laps on their stint. Bob Lacavara 31 in, so they can still go a little bit.
What are you bitching about now?
And that's when the speed of the car really picks up, is that last couple gallons or left in. She'll gain a tenth or two easily.
Absolutely. Isaiah Dupree showing the way right now. Alex Green in his slipstream about 5 car lengths back, maybe 10 car lengths back. Bob Lacavaro with him still. So far they've just put the field a lap down. As Llewellyn is still in the pits. So it looks like everybody's...
I hope he didn't get nailed with a speeding penalty and get held.
No. Everybody seems to be clean and green. As Dupree goes pit side. Dupree, Green, and Lacavara going pit side. Tyler Graff getting a better entry and exit than David Llewellyn. Llewellyn having trouble getting off pit road. Lost a handful of spots. Tyler Graff currently sitting in 4th. Let's see if Tyler can make up the lap and get back out. Alex Green just hitting his stall now, currently showing in the lead. Got the lead going across the stripe, so leading a lap there. Isaiah Dupree, pit stop already done. Alex Green, pit stop already done. Bob Lacavara, pit stop already done. Those guys are back out on the track.
Yeah,
trying to get up to speed. Here comes Graff.
Oh,
that's that getting nervous, trying to not lose a spot. You start pushing it, come out of that pits. That's the one time it was going to bite somebody, and
Absolutely.
It may have.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. It bit David in the butt. He had to get the car sideways. Lost a boatload of spots.
Yeah, he's sitting at 7.
For you?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear Bob call his pits, Cody?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I have been in game going in the other ear too, so I'm kind of keeping track of those so we don't have a miss.
So Tyler Graff showing the way. Kevin Pasquich right on his transmission tunnel. Isaiah Dupree over a second back in 3rd. So that's going to put a lot of cars back on the lead lap. We have currently 11 back on the lead lap. Tyler Graff showing the way. Heartbreak for David Llewellyn, getting it sideways coming off pit road, losing a boatload of spots, dropping back to 5th.
And there's a tradesy. KP needs that extra point, so he came on the radio and asked for a favor. Tyler Graff is going to let him by, and then KP is going to let him buy back.
So KP getting the bonus point for leading the lap, going to the high side, giving it back to Tyler Graff. Not teammates, but sportsmanship being shown by Graff.
And I think the debt should be paid in the chase, so you got to be careful.
Oh yeah, that little favor. When I come and ask you, you don't ask any question. You just do it. Kind of bite you too.
Yeah. So that's where that sits. As we jump back to watch David Llewellyn all over the transmission tunnel of Dylan Lucas. No love lost between these two, as they've been
out all race. Dylan passed him on the exit of pit safely, but ended up getting a jump on him there.
And David wants by badly.
Oh yeah.
And this is your battle for 4th. Currently KP and Tyler Graff, Kevin Pasquich, they've checked out. You see Isaiah Dupree there in the picture, sitting in 3rd as Llewellyn gets underneath him. Apparently Lucas realizing...
There's Tyler calling his pits.
Gambling.
Well,
he's going to short pit for the end.
That's exactly what it looks like he's going to try to do, because you're definitely going to need one more stop from here.
If you stretched it, you could make it. If he's still on the lead lap with 168 down, you can do it in 32, no problem.
I know,
but you're close on that last one.
No one else, so just taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I like that clean pits, and you don't worry about somebody coming barreling down or taking off quick right behind you.
So here's the thing.
Taking the same approach to it. Sam going in.
Right.
Mark Miller decided to park it.
And here's the thing. David Llewellyn got by Isaiah Dupree. He's got Dylan Lucas in tow, and you see Kevin Paskowicz up there about a second in front of them, as you can see it in some of the camera shots. Kevin Paskowicz is right now a sitting duck. There's a 4 to 5 mile an hour difference between Llewellyn and crew and Paskowicz. As Paskowicz goes to the high side around, I believe that was Tyler Graff coming out of the pits. And
Yeah, that group working with David are all holding a nice line. They are going to eat him up pretty quick.
they are catching him quickly. Paskowicz, Llewellyn, Lucas, all on the same pit strategy. The question is somebody going to take fuel only to get to the end here?
Now, for
Paskowicz,
this to
go ahead.
work, sorry to interrupt, there's only 7 people on the lead lap right now, so if a caution were to come out, it just screws everything.
Yep.
As Dylan Lucas goes pit side. And they are very quickly reeling in Kevin Paskowicz. They were almost a second back now, just 0.3 off, 0.2 off now as we go to live timing and
I think you're going to be on
scoring.
his tail by the start-finish line.
Well, that's what 4 to 5 miles an hour can do.
Oh, yeah. Again, 1 car versus 3.
And they've got him now. This is about to get ugly.
Well, as long as KP holds his bottom line, he'll be fine, but Llewellyn's looking again.
Well, the thing is, KP, I think, double stinted his tires.
Yeah, he did. He had a really quick pit stop last time.
So KP looking, not able to hug that ultra low line. And
he's a little leery after that contact with it early.
Right. Not looking to really, get down there and really flirt too much with the apron.
As you can see, David is literally glued to that apron, and they both drift up with the tiniest bit there.
Well, the thing is, if David keeps running where he is, I'm expecting somebody to go around.
Yeah, same here.
I've been waiting for it all race because where some of these guys are driving in traffic, somebody's going around because of bounding box issues.
Driving it just was scary.
Well, that's why I'm up here in the booth, young Jake.
I mean, and this track is so narrow, too. It's just unforgiving if you make an error.
Yeah, you got the slightest damage trying to avoid that 1 wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, centrifugal force at the end of the corner.
They are
really
close.
throwing them.
Another coat of paint on David's wing, and I think KP would be in trouble.
And we're getting close to 20 to go, so there's not going to be any give here.
There's not going to be any give here, but they are only 10 more laps before they're going to need fuel.
Yeah, I was going to say that group out there right now is going to have to pit where anybody anybody that went in after Tyler should be good if they just hold a steady pace and don't get crazy.
As Whitaker goes pit side, gets his service. Looks like he's taking... Ooh, Whitaker got busted speeding.
Uh-oh.
That's a first.
Yeah. It is a weird...
And Llewellyn... Oh!
And he spins it.
No caution still.
I need another vote, Jake. Caution or no? No, never mind.
No, he's off track. He's off track.
Tough break. That's going to end any hopes that Llewellyn has for a chase. As Paskowicz continues to show the way, Isaiah Dupree has caught the group. Tyler Graff currently running blocker for KP. Graff Graff 2 laps down. Llewellyn about to become the first car not on the lead lap, as we have 4 cars left on the lead lap. And KP is going to have to stretch this thing on fuel right now, as we are just under 20 to go. No way they can make it from here, so they are going to have to do a money stop. The question is, how much fuel do you need?
And Did you double stint before on your tires? Because I don't know about triple stinting.
I
And at
wouldn't
the end of
try it.
this race,
At,
I
at,
wouldn't.
at this concrete jungle that is the Monster Mile, forget it. You're not triple stinting here.
No, I mean grip's grip. There's no driving around that kind of ice skating. You're going to have that last couple laps.
Right.
Yeah, I got lucky with Iowa with being able to double stint tires, but triple stinting is unheard of.
Well, again, the tires are wearing less on this car, on this track, than any that we've run all season, really. But still, you're down to that point where the goodie's off at the end, and you're going to be pushing it. You really don't need them to take off on you.
And we are 15 laps to go. Paskowitz continuing to show the way. Antonucci calling his pit. Looks like KP doing the same.
Yep, KP just called it.
Yep.
When Tyler went into pit, KP had no aero help, and I think that's going to be a really big advantage for Tyler with Isaiah with him to help him gain speed to pass KP when he comes out.
And KP getting it woed down to 35 miles an hour, or just barely.
And it's a position thing, too. I mean, we all learned a lesson from what Ronnie did on Sunday.
Right.
You know, he's injured. No, that guy just milked a tank of gas out.
Well, Isaiah Dupree is not milking anything right now.
He's not that kind of driver either. He's not the one I'm thinking about.
And hopefully no one does what I did on Sunday and short themselves one lap when they do a money stop.
Well, we're about to find out because KP just went a lap down.
How many laps does Bob have on?
Bob is currently rolling lap 30. Isaiah is currently, 31 and 31 for Lacavara and Dupree.
Okay, even with
and KP comes out right and catches the tail end of those guys he was running with. So Dupree's gonna. That was KP's money stop. Looks like he did not take tires.
Something
And
happened to Vega.
not sure. As Dupree goes pit side.
I thought I heard Bob call it, too.
Bob is going pit side as well, and so is the Irish assassin Dominic Byrne. So, for all intents and purposes, this should hand Tyler Graff the lead. As we are working lap 192 of 200.
184. That's what I'm reading.
Huh?
Oh,
I'm
no,
on
I'm looking at the
191.
miles per hour. That's my bad.
Okay,
I was going to say, what race are you watching, Cody? As Tyler Graff blows by Isaiah Dupree like nothing happened, here comes Kevin Paskowitz to try to do the same. Paskowitz up into second. Dupree gets shuffled back to third. Tyler Graff showing the way.
Now,
Forrest Sparks in the mix.
Yeah,
good on him. Be number 5.
Forrest Sparks currently sitting fourth.
Oh, he just passed. Now there's lap cars mixed in with lead lap cars, and I'm just getting confused now.
It's okay. It's okay. I have live timing and scoring up, so we're good. As
we got to see if Tyler actually, if he went a lap too soon or if not, because he's been running by himself, which means he isn't going to get quite the same mileage as if you're tucked up behind somebody.
Well, let's see what happens. It's still anybody's race.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler looking to just put that stamp on it. I mean, it's one thing to point your way in, as Cody, you well know, but it's another thing to have the win in your pocket. And what better win to have than the final win of the regular season to carry that momentum right into the chase with you?
Yep, and I wouldn't want it to be Dover to be depending on that situation.
Yeah, no joking, right? Good grief. As we are 6 to go currently. Graff working lap 28 of this stint. And he looks like he may have short pitted it. Does he have enough fuel in the tank? That's the question. KP, second place Paskowitz, 2.4 seconds back, 2.3 seconds back. It looks like Tyler's starting to milk it.
Actually, if Isaiah gets up to the back of Kevin, the two of them are a really good chance of running him down.
He's over a second back and losing ground to KP, so I don't think that's going to happen. We are 3 to go this time across the stripe.
Yeah, his numbers are dropping now.
Yeah. We're going to be 3 laps to go, or are currently working 3 laps to go. Tyler Graff continuing to show the way.
Right now, the closest battle is between Alex Green in 5th and Dylan Lucas in 6th.
You are true, but we're watching to make sure that Tyler we're 2 to go. Does Tyler have enough fuel in the tank? That's the question. Is there enough in the tank as he's going to take white flag this time across the stripe? 1 more lap to go.
I don't hear any sputtering.
I don't hear any sputtering either, and he's still gapping Kevin Paskowicz. So Tyler Graff winning at the Monster Mile. Paskowicz able to hang on for 3rd, Lucas for 4th, Sparks for 5th, and here they come for 5th. And Green just nudging out Dylan Lucas. I don't think... Well, we're going to have to look at the official results because I don't think that's going to give Green enough points. David Llewellyn able to rebound to 10th. Whitaker coming home in 9th. Bob Lacavara coming home in 8th, which I think is all Lacavara needed to clinch. Forrest Sparks 1 point out of a podium spot, having the points race that he needed. Kevin Paskowicz having the points night he needed. Dominic Byrne finishing in 11th, so that might be just enough points to get him in. So we are going to go take a look and see what's going on here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as I pull up the results page. Now, I would like to invite everybody to stay tuned to this channel if you're watching us live on YouTube. Following this broadcast, we're going to take a quick break. The competition committee is going to quickly review the race, and then we are going to do interviews with the 12 chase contenders following the broadcast here. So, waiting for the results page to bring it up. As we're waiting on points to be shown, let's see what we've got here.
David Llewellyn gets extra for leading the most laps.
Gets 1 point extra. However, he was 28 points out. So
KP had a clean race.
KP had a clean race. So there's
Antonucci, Whitaker. Those get extra points.
All right, so
Ronnie Osmer, not in a factor, but he gets the fastest lap.
Absolutely. Good on Ronnie. Hard Charger Award going to Isaiah Dupree, starting 14th, finishing 3rd. Good on you, Isaiah.
If I'd have stayed up in 1st, I could have.
Yeah. So, we're going to see if Tyler is available here. Bear with me a moment, folks, as we're going to bring the standings up on the screen so you guys can follow along. Looking for Tyler Graff. There he is.
User was moved to your
channel. And we're bringing Tyler Graff into the booth. Tyler, tell me up in the booth. You got me, sir.
I do, sir.
So, you didn't need it, but you took it anyways. Do you feel a little guilty?
Alex and I kind of had an unspoken deal that if we were 1 and 2 coming to the last lap, that I'd help him out since I'm in. But he was on the other side of the track, and
No. The correct answer to do you feel a little guilty for taking the win when you didn't need it is no. You don't feel guilty at all.
No, never guilty for taking a win. Never.
So
I watched when you went into the pit at the timing of it, and I thought, wow, he is Gonna do a Cody gamble and see if he can milk it that last lap around, but I didn't hear a sputter. You had enough then, huh?
I actually ran out on the Polish victory lap. It sputtered going around there, and I just this car has kind of just been. I've been competitive all season, but I haven't had the last lap there or the last 10 laps, and I honestly went into this race and just decided I'm not going to even try to pass anybody. I'm going to let the strategy play out, and it worked. So.
Well, we heard. Speaking of strategy, we heard a little. I hasten to say the word collusion, but you and Kevin Paskowicz doing a little favor back and forth there just before the money stop.
Yeah, he asked if he could lead a lap wick, and I didn't have an issue with it. I knew what my strategy was. Even if I was behind him, I think things would have played out the same. But KP has been good to me. I can give him a lap or two.
All right, now remember, when it comes into the chase, and there's a point where you need that lap, just maybe get into a pit position. Those favors come back, my friend.
Which I don't remember where that favor happened, but he actually ended up leading 21 laps.
Oh, KP did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think he had led yet, so I was just trying to help him out. KP's in the chase as well, correct?
Unofficially, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
So
I'm just excited to be going toward this chase. There's a ton of good drivers in there that all deserve it. It looks like I totally lost my train of thought there.
It's
Anyway,
okay, Tyler. We're gonna go do a complete review. Well, we were talking earlier too that it's one thing to point your way into the chase, but it's another thing to actually punch your ticket in with a win. And Cody, you want to tell them exactly what you said earlier?
I don't remember.
About it's one thing to wanting to get a win to get into the chase, but you didn't want to have Dover be that track.
Oh yeah, correct.
Good Lord. Well, congratulations, Tyler, on your first IR05 win. Good momentum going into the chase. We will let you get back up to the post-race drivers meeting, and we'll see you. A couple of us here will see you in the competition committee meeting to review the race after the broadcast.
Awesome. I will see you then.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, so now we're looking for. There he is.
User was moved to your channel.
Kevin Paskowicz, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Pretty good. Probably not as good as you right now, but still pretty good. You needed a good points night. You didn't need to win. You would have liked to have gotten the win, I know, but you didn't need it. You just needed a really good points night, and you got it, sir.
Yeah, I am really happy about that. So, I mean, our game plan, the team, we came in with a game plan, and for me, it was just, running the top 5, running the top 10, keep Bob and Forrest in my... they didn't have to stay behind me, but as long as I kept them 1 or 2 cars ahead of me, it was good, and did that all night, and I really didn't push it there until the last pit stop when I realized, oh man, we might actually be able to win this thing, so...
Well, you were hoping at that point for Tyler to run out of fuel, I know.
Or a caution, one of the two. Tyler to choke, or a caution just before I had to pit. But oh well, I'll take a second. Really happy to run the PH Aware, and felt it was a good run for those guys, and of course Team Bofa Paskey.
Futurely known as Team Phenomenal.
That's right, Team Phenomenal Motorsports starting next season. So we're just happy to give everyone a good run and get into the chase. Now we're going to go run for a championship.
All right, so started second, finished second, 21 laps led, 0 incident points, so bonus point there. Good momentum going into the chase. Kevin, congratulations. We'll see you. Well, Cody and I will see you in the competition committee meeting. And I'll let you get back up to the post-race drivers meeting. And
good run, KP.
Good run, KP.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
All right, so
User was
Ohio's
moved out of your
own
channel.
Kevin Paskowich, and now we're bringing down, where the hell are we?
Isaiah, if you could find him.
User was moved to
Mr.
your channel.
EOL himself, Isaiah Dupree, coming home third, podium finish, and the Hard Charger Award. Congratulations, starting 14th, finishing third, Isaiah. Good on you, sir.
Thank you, Tony.
So talk us through that money stop. I'm looking at the times for the stop. You double stinted your tires, didn't you, sir?
I quadruple stinted my tires there.
I said you could get 3. You got 4. Well, that's good on you, but
I pitted on lap 90 for tires. That's the last time I remember actively checking them. And then the rest of the race, I was like, yeah, I don't need them.
All right. So awesome race. I believe you are in, sir, on wins. Congratulations
yeah, I won
there.
Iowa.
Yes, you did. So momentum going into the chase. I believe we're off next week. Officially off.
Thank you.
First race of the chase. Somebody help me out here. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I
It's that track.
think it's
Give me a second, I'll get it.
I think it's Michigan.
yeah.
Thank you, Terry. So Michigan, you had a good run there the last time I remember seeing you there, so that's a plus. Congratulations on getting into the chase. Worked with just about anybody who would work with you. Your teammate Dylan Lucas basically leaving you high and dry a couple times, though.
Wait, what? Teammate? Wait, what?
He's not his teammate.
No.
I stand corrected.
Have you tried orthopedic shoes? They've helped me out a lot.
Okay, so yeah, you were working quite a bit with Dylan Lucas, I noticed, and then he left you high and dry, and walk us through when you had that pucker moment about halfway through the race.
Oh, which pucker moment? there's a few.
If memory serves correctly, you were just inches from catching a race car to the face.
Oh yeah, I think it might have been when he pit or he checked up and everything just happened in an instant, and thankfully I didn't get caught up in another wreck because I got caught in 2 earlier in the same type of fashion. Where this is the quick checkup.
Well, that's all it takes
That
here.
was a danger. That was the danger of the inside line tonight, was that quick checkup or someone catch the apron and dog out.
It was fun though.
Absolutely. Well,
That's why I had to go run. That's why I had to go run a few laps, because it was just I couldn't not run it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Isaiah. We will let you get it back up to the post-race drivers meeting, and we'll see you in 2 weeks when the chase starts up after the week 13 shenanigans are over.
Right. Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, gentlemen. So race 20 of the IR05 season in the books. Tyler Graff punching his ticket. Kevin Paskowich basically pointing his way in. I believe Forrest Sparks had the finish that he needed. And then we're going to have to just wait and see how things shake out with the competition committee meeting to see if any penalties are going to be handed down coming up here. Again, I would like to remind everybody that following this broadcast, there is going to be another broadcast, so stay tuned. I would ask you to subscribe to the channel so you can see the broadcast as soon as it goes live. When we reveal the 12-race chase contenders and give interviews with the 12 drivers who are going to be in the Season 2 IR05 Division Chase. So you have been watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader for all your temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. And this was the third jewel in the Triple Crown. Unfortunately, it was not able to be won tonight with Quentin Young not making the call for the race. So we will see you Thursday night, roughly 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time from Phoenix International Speedway, when the Icebreaker Pro Mazda Series takes to the Phoenix Mile. And then we will be back here Sunday, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, when the DW12s take their crack at the RobertsTechJobs.com Triple Crown Challenge. Isaiah Dupree with the target on his back in that one. Didn't want to spook him, didn't want to mention it, only because I know Isaiah is one calm, cool, and collected customer. So looking to see if he can get the cash prize and the trophy for winning the Triple Crown Challenge. So on behalf
I
of...
myself pulled over tonight, Sunday night. If I have to, I'll push the car across the finish line.
Well, you are elbow deep in the points battle, Terry. You are, all you need is a good points night, and you could be in the chase. So I wouldn't blame you for doing so.
But as you know, anything can happen at this track.
Right, and you have Jake Gordon, Cody Eldred, both locked into the chase. Let me rephrase that. Jake has to take the green flag, and he's locked into the chase because Jake has a win in the DW12s. Cody,
honestly, that's kind of tempting to do because that was chaotic.
Start and park.
Oh yeah.
God hates a coward.
Hey, that's one less car I gotta have around me driving fast. I'm not complaining.
All right, so Jake Gordon already revealing his strategy for Sunday. That broadcast is going to be scheduled to go off 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. So we would like to thank you for joining us. Again, subscribe to the channel so that you can be alerted to when the reveal of the IR05 chase field happens. Probably be about 30 minutes from now, give or take. On behalf of Terry Adams, Cody Eldred, Jake Gordon, I'm Tony Trapasso. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next time.